everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to y'all about the first ever eczema cure that is Dupixent. I've been prescribed Dupixent since October 2017 and yeah, I've been on it consistently and I really like the results. I've had some questions about it, so I'm just going to answer a couple of those questions and give y'all a little bit of more information about Dupixent. So Dupixent is a shot. I have to give it to myself every 2 weeks. And at first I was super intimidated by that because I don't like needles. It comes in a really crazy looking kit, like needle packaging. It's not like a normal needle, it's like thick looking, like the packaging, not the actual needle itself. So it was a bit intimidating at first. The injection itself does take a while to go in. It's not like a regular shot where you just stick it in and then yink, like it's not like that at all. Normally it takes like 30 seconds to a minute to inject, but for some reason my shot, I did it about 3 days ago. It took forever. I don't know if that one was broken or it wasn't pressing down enough. I was able to inject it all, but it took me like 4 or 5 minutes. It was ridiculous. I don't know what was wrong with that one. So whenever it comes to me, I think it's like a specialty pharmacy delivers it to me. And it comes in a pack of 2, so it's 2 per month, and then you do it, once every 2 weeks. And you leave it in the fridge, and then whenever you take it out, you have to let it sit for 45 minutes to an hour. And I've heard people in different reviews say that it burns them whenever they inject it. I find if I wait at least an hour that it doesn't do that to me. I never wait less than that time because then it's cold, and I feel like it burns a tiny bit if you do it at like 45 minutes instead of 1 hour. I might have just said seconds. I hope I didn't say seconds. Okay, anyway. The shot, I let it sit out and then I inject it. I like to inject it before bed because I find that throughout the day, especially if your skin is bad and it's starting to heal for the first time, I find that if you inject it, you're going to be kind of tired throughout the day, at least in my experience. It's just my skin is being turned over so rapidly that I'm just exhausted. So I prefer to do it at night before bed. You could do it, or at least my doctor told me you could do it on top of your thigh, or you could do it about an inch like if this is your belly button here, or here, like an inch or so. I do it on either side. It does get sore a little bit. So I did it 3 days ago and it's still a little bit sore. Like I won't go to the gym and work on my abs or anything like that for 2 to 3 days because it does feel like a bruise, sort of. And it also leaves like a little bubble, like a bump. It leaves a little bump, so that's not very fun either. So never do it whenever you're about, like if you have a photo shoot or you want to go work on your abs or something like that, always be cautious of when you're doing it. I also don't recommend doing it before a flight. I went to New York a few weeks ago, and thank God I did it 3 days in advance, because if I would have done it the night before, then you have that seat belt pressing up against it, or like a road trip. I've also done that before. That was not fun. And you just have the seat belt like kind of resting on it, and it's just not the best. The doctor warned me about having eye problems. I guess a lot of people get pink eye for some reason with it. I didn't have the problem of pink eye, but I did have it kind of like got really dry in this area and really, really red. And I've never had dry patches right here until now. The redness kind of subsided by now, but like whenever I get out of the shower, it used to be bright red and really painful and very, very sensitive, like to the point of I couldn't wear makeup in that area. I could still wear like concealer and stuff, but I wouldn't put on eyeshadow or anything like that because it just hurt. I was really worried about that because it happened within the first month for the first like 3 months or so, and now it has subsided, luckily. I've heard people say that Dupixent weakens their immune system, and luckily I haven't found that at all. I used to get sick all the time. I used to get like cold sores and different types of bumps. I had shingles. Like I've had every type of skin issue you can have, I basically had, as well as eczema, prior to taking Dupixent, and I never get those anymore. Which is really great because I really enjoy not getting those. So I tried going off of Dupixent because I don't want to be forever on Dupixent. Whether or not I have to go vegan, that's fine. I'll eventually like to go vegan once we move closer into the city. But I tried going off of it and my skin kind of got back to where it was, not completely, but it just got dry again, and I can kind of feel where it's getting dry in certain areas. So I do recommend staying on it. At least in my opinion, I'm going to stay on it until I can figure out an all-natural solution that works as well as Dupixent. I did find Dupixent worked right away whenever I took it the first time. I believe the first dosage is 2 shots. You hear those people yelling outside? I hope you can't hear those people. There's a grocery store right there, so sorry if you can hear them. But the first dosage you take is 2 shots, and it definitely was not fun the first time because you have to do 2 shots, and I was like shaking. Do you hear them? I hope y'all can't hear them. I'm sorry if you can. But yeah, after the first week of taking it, you could totally see the difference, and eventually my skin regained this normal texture. My fiance has like the greatest skin. Like, can y'all hear the shopping carts? So my fiance has the softest skin ever, and I was never able to feel my skin like his, because his is just like baby butt smooth, and mine was just like rough and rigid. And so for the first time my skin did get back into that shape, and that's how it is now, which is so nice, and I never take it for granted, that's for sure. I also tested my diet on it. So my diet is extremely specific. I went to a naturopath, and they did, like a holistic doctor person, and they did all my allergy tests about 2 years ago or so. And all of my allergies are, you know, they're wheat, corn, tomato products, refined sugar, MSG. I think that's it, which covers about everything. Basically I should only eat whole, all natural foods. But I tried going off of my diet a little bit, like maybe having a cake or so, piece of cake, cupcake, maybe some cookies. And I tried to mix that while taking Dupixent, and it just didn't work. I mean, if you're working this hard to get Dupixent, because Dupixent isn't super easy to get your hands on, you might as well be obeying whatever diet you're on. And if you're not on a specific diet for eczema, there's your problem right there, because I was in denial about it being diet related for a very long time, and just, you're gonna have to suck it up because it's diet related. That's it. How can you cure your body topically when it's from the inside out? So yeah, highly recommend getting on a diet if you're not on a diet and you have severe eczema, or eczema in general, that you want to fix. So I had a problem the last time I did my shot, the last 2 times I did my shot. So, was that 2 weeks ago? It was over 2 weeks ago, because my insurance had to mess everything up in the new year, and they got me my new shots late, which was really fun. But my shot a few weeks ago, it would not go in. I like to do it slow and like puncture my stomach, because I just feel like I'm in more control and stuff like that. And yeah, it would not puncture my stomach. It would hurt it and poke it, but it wouldn't go all the way through, because you have to push it in all the way, which is also another fun fact. You have to push the needle all the way in. And you can pinch your stomach, which I like, because you pinch it and you just stab yourself with it. I did find that it wouldn't go in, and I had to stab myself like 4 times. And then finally my fiance, he's done like some sort of medical training way back in the day, so he knows more about needles than I do. There's an end, like if this is the needle, there's an end that's like diagonally slanted, like where the hole is, and it's only on one end, like this. So if you have it pointed a different way, it's harder to inject, at least I found, or to stick yourself with it. So make sure it's pointed up. You just have to look really close and you can see that it's pointed up. And then he told me to do it like a dart, like you're throwing a dart. So I started doing it that way, and sometimes I don't do the full shot also, because I wish I had one to show y'all. I only have one in the fridge right now, but whenever you do it, there's a little plastic part at your hair. Oh. Sorry. Okay, so whenever you do the shot, you have to inject it, and then there's a little plastic piece that like sticks up, and you have to push it out of the way. And that part is not fun, because you're like shaking to push it, because you gotta push past that point, and then it clicks up like a ballpoint pen, like whenever you're done and you push it all the way down, it goes like that. I don't know if you can see that, but it just shoots back up and it's all safe to touch and stuff. Like you're not gonna poke yourself with it. Yeah, I never do that last part because it hurts, so I just take it out myself and then I just shoot a little bit of it off to the side onto the ground. Is that sanitary? I don't know. On the carpet. I'm in an apartment, it's okay. So I just shoot a little bit of it, whatever's left. It's like the tiniest little bit, and then it shoots back the needle up. Shoots the needle back up into it, which, yeah, I know it's not the best idea, but that's okay. That's totally okay. Anyway, I have seen huge results from Dupixent, and I still highly recommend Dupixent. Just if you're on your 3rd month or less and you have eye problems, they will subside, luckily. So don't worry if you have eye problems, they're gonna be going away. If y'all have any questions about Dupixent, feel free to drop it in the comments below. I usually answer pretty much right away. So I know it's a new drug, so there's like a ton of questions and a ton of people talking about it right now. So thank y'all so much for watching, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time. Bye!